So Russ and I are here in the famous Hirschgarten. This is Munich's largest beer garden with 8,000 seats, believe it or not. It's about 20 minutes after 5. The deer are around. The band is getting set up over here. But we're enjoying the beer. What kind of beer do they have here, Russ?
Augustiner.
They do. Yeah, and they have a very unique serving style, don't they?
Yes.
Prost. Yeah, in this beer garden, you actually have to go to almost a closet and pull out your own mug and then go over and rinse this out with cold water. They're already pre-washed. You needn't worry about that. But the whole key is getting it up to temperature. And the guy serves out of a wooden keg. As it gets busier, he's going to select bigger ones. And the way it looks tonight, he's probably going to be going to the Hirsch, right? The 200-liter keg.
Right, the big one, yeah. And it's always interesting to see them bring those big kegs out because they literally have a huge forklift to lift those up, roll them up, put them up on the platform, and they can stand them up on end and tap those things. But this is one of the things about the Augustiner places in general, but this one in particular, the tradition of getting your own mug, rinse it off yourself, fill it right out, watch the guy filling it right out of the wooden barrel, and it wouldn't matter if the beer wasn't so sweet, so good, but it's so fantastic. And the tradition just adds to the whole feeling of that. And we also love, it's a great beer garden, it's a huge beer garden, and also the deer that we're looking at right now that are frolicking around. And it's not only amusing to see the deer, I think, but also the little children who come up and feed them the bits of bread and things like that.
Yeah, they do a number of events here. So if the weather's bad, obviously there's not a lot going on in the beer garden, but they do have their own restaurant inside, so you can come here no matter what the weather is. Then you're going to have waiter service. But in the wintertime, Russ just alluded to other things that happen in the beer garden. They actually set up an Eisstock-Schießen Bahn here. So it's basically a game like bocce ball, shuffleboard,
sort of,
kind of like that.
Kind of combined,
Yeah. So that's a lot of fun, and there'll be a lot of older guys out here doing that especially. The other unique thing about this beer garden is not only do they serve Augustiner, but you can actually go to a different line and get Tegensee beer or König Ludwig Weissbier.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, at Schenke Nummer 3, at the number 3 one. Yeah.
And also, I'd say, like all the bigger beer gardens, you've got quite a different wide food selection that you can get. And also, there are around the fringes some smaller stands selling souvenirs and some woodworking things.
That's true, because I actually bought my the cover from my beer mug here. And they actually customized it with my name and everything.
It's custom made.
And I had the guys from Texas here, and AJ's birthday, and they went and bought customized mugs for all those guys, or mug lids over there for that. And so they're pretty cool.
Yeah, and we do have one of our Stammtisch friends who says that they still do a Stammtisch outside here, even in the winter, under the cover, but open on one side, so even when the snow was coming down, they could be sitting out there drinking a beer. And also another interesting thing about the Hirschgarten itself is this is part of a much larger park, similar to the Chinese Tower and the English Garden. And so for me, walking in, it's always interesting to go in the summer, like say through the grill area, watching all the people out there who can't do an open fire in their apartment buildings, grilling up their sausages, or now more and more immigrants grilling their lamb meat or their traditional foods and things like this, or just bicycling, hiking, walking their dogs, and all those types of activities in this huge park.
Yeah, and they have the skateboarding area. They have an area for where the kids play in the water, all this kind of stuff. Right now, they're actually setting up, or are set up for the Magdalenenfest, which is like a small little kids fest, and they have little kiddie rides and things like that. So, and tonight they've hired a band. Band is assembling here and is thinking about starting to get ready to play.
The Augustiner beer garden, of course, they have their stickelfish, and these mackerels, which are about a foot long, that they're grilling over the open coals, and you can smell from quite a good distance when they're cooking them up. But
Vanya won't let me sit anywhere near that place when she's here.
But this is a delicacy that many people enjoy here for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I always say if I'm down to my last 10 euros, I'm buying that because I tasted it for 3 days afterwards. So it looks like they're ready to start here, Russ.
Where is